Good evening, everyone. So today we will do the assignment provided by LPU. It is a country capital lookup with property transfer and load testing using SoapUI. So first we will put step by step. Here we will import the WSDL into SoapUI. We will copy this WSDL, create a SoapUI interface. We will create a new SoapUI project, and in this initial WSDL we will paste the WSDL which we have copied initially. As you can see, all the APIs have been generated automatically over here. Now we will remove the extra API which have been come up. Now in the second step, it says create a test case for capital city operation using specific ISO country code. So first we will create a test case of capital city. For creating test case, first we will create a test suite. In this test suite, we will create a new test case. Let's say name it as capital city test. In this capital city, we will add a step named soap request. We will click capital city request. Now we will wait for the interfaces to generate as we will select the capital city interface. As you can see, all the capital city, all the API interfaces came up. We will select the capital city interface and add this to a test case. As you can see, the XML code generated. Now we will give the ISO codes for the countries. Like for India, it's IN, for United States, it's US, and many more. Let's say we will put over here IN for India and see whether desired output capital of India is coming or not. So then, after running this, we can see New Delhi is coming up in the capital city result. Now you can do for some other countries too. Now coming to next step. In this next step, we are saying add the following assertions: XPath match, SOAP response assertion, response acceleration. So we will go in chronological order. As first it says XPath match. In this assertion tab, we will put and add an assertion XPath match. And here in this XPath match, we will declare the XPath expression and give the XPath for the capital city result and we will select from current expected result. What will the as the expected result is non New Delhi, as we will save it. As you can see, the XPath match has been valid now. Next is the response assertion for 200 for getting the whether we are getting the correct output. SOAP response, it validates the last received response. If it is valid SOAP response, applicable to SOAP test request response. We will add this. As you can see, SOAP response is also valid. In the next step, it says response SLA assertions. We will add this response SLA assertion and add it. As you can see, it says response did not be because in by default it's 200, but we have to give as check response time. It's 602. So we will do this. As you can see, third test case is also valid. We will run it again. Do the same step and see all the three test cases have been valid. Now we will remove this with the third test case. And now it says in the next step, it says use custom properties at test case level for country code and expected capital. Now we have to use custom properties. To add a custom properties, we click on this capital city test. In properties section, we'll go to properties and add a custom properties. Let's have country code. We will name it as country code. Give it value IN. Add another property expected capital. Give it as New Delhi. Enter. Now here as we are using IN, but now here we will use variables for the test cases. So let's check for that test. We will write a variable like this. Hashtag test case. Hashtag country code. We will do the same in this XPath match also. Here we will give the same variable for expected capital 2. So save. And we will run this. As you can see, New Delhi came up after giving the variable country code for IN, and the XPath match is also valid. Now in the next step, it says implement property transfer to feed the response into next step for logging and chaining. So we again go to capital city test. Here in the capital, we will add a property named that received capital and leave it the value empty. As we right click on capital city, we will add a step of property transfer. Let's say name it as capital city transfer. In this transfer section, we will add a new name for property transfer. Let's say capital city name and give the property response and declare all the XPath. And here we will declare the resultant XPath, capital city result, and give it a target capital city test. The property will give that capital city and run this. As you can see, transferred values here it is New Delhi. As you can see in the custom properties too, receive capital is New Delhi. Close it. Now in the next step, it says add a load test with 50 requests over 30 seconds. In the capital city test, we will go again here. We will right click on this capital city and new load test. In this capital, we will name it as let's say capital city load. In this, add as it says, it should 50 requests over 30 seconds. Let's say total runs would be 50. Set the limit to 50, and let's say thread would be 1. In 30 seconds, the test delay will be 600, and run this. As you can see here, all the capital C test cases have been load testing over here. As you can see, error rate is 0 over here, as there is no error generally occurring over here, and the ratio rate is less than. As you can see, in the after getting 100%, the error rate is still 0, and the average is still less than 1000. Now, in the next step, we will export the test project and configure Jenkins pipeline to run the test via command line using test runner. So going back to SoapUI, we will close this. Now we'll first save the project to launch the test runner. As we have saved this, now in this we will right click on the country info service, and launch the test runner. As we launched it, we will cancel it. As we only want the directory file and the test runner command line. So we will copy this directory and paste it in Notepad. Okay, now we will copy this test runner .bat2 and paste it over here. As now we have now copied the path for the command for the command line. Now we will copy this command. Now we'll go to File Explorer. Now we will open the command line where we have downloaded Jenkins war file. On the same path, we will do the command java jenkins.war and run on HTTP port, on desired HTTP port, as 8080 is the default port, so we can't run on that. So we'll using HTTP port 8081 as it's running now. As now it's running. As you can see at the last, now Jenkins is fully up and running. Now in the Chrome, we will check for local host 8081. As you can see, now it at the Jenkins is now it's running. Now we'll in the dashboard we will add a new item. Let's say name it as SoapUI project execution. Select an freestyle. We select the freestyle project. As in the we will go there, add a build step, execute Windows bash command. For Linux, we will use shell command, but we are using Windows over here. And now we will paste the command we have copied before and apply it over here as it's saved and save. Now we will click on build now, as the build is scheduled and it's building the project. As you can see, the console output is running. as it's configuring the project. As you can see, all the plugins has been now loaded. And the end, as you can see, the success is here. So hence, we have completed the assignment, and we can see we have completed the assignment, and in the end, it's successfully running. So thank you. Please like, share, and subscribe.